call the meeting to order. Roll call, please. Oh, excuse me. Gotta tell you what this is. This is the June meeting of the Architectural Board of Review, Village Lake Bluff. Now roll call.
Okay. Member Dahlman.
Here.
Member Deegan.
Here.
Member Kerouac.
Here.
Member Wex. Here. And Chair Hunter.
Here.
And Member I'm hesitating because I thought I heard the door open downstairs. But so far, Member Stratoff and Cottrell are absent.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, we have some visitors. I wish to welcome you, and we'll just move right on. The consideration of the May 7th Architectural Board of Review meeting minutes. That was kind of a big deal meeting. So any comments of the minutes on those?
No comments.
No comments. Okay. Need a motion to approve.
I move to approve as submitted.
And second?
A second.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? None.
Okay, motion passes.
Okay. Right now, we have the visitors' comments time, either here or on the system. So if anybody is in this meeting to talk about something that's not on the agenda, now's your chance. If not, okay. Anybody online?
No.
All right, then we'll move ahead. So the first one is the sign permit for Lake Bluff Open Lands. Anybody here for that? I am. Okay. Yes. You have the floor. Okay. State your name and address and.
My name is Sue Raymore, longtime resident of Lake Bluff, and I'm the vice president of Lake Bluff Open Lands. And Michelle Moravchik is the land coordinator.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
I'm just going to move the microphone down towards you just to make sure it picks up audio for the
I forgot we're on video. Can you hear?
Well, we can hear you anyway.
Does that work?
That's good. Yep, that's fine.
So, as representative of Lake Bluff Open Lands, I'll give you a little history. Lake Bluff Open Lands has been around since 1981 and has gone through some iterations. We manage property throughout Lake Bluff for both the Park District, the school, and the village. We also own one property ourselves, and we own some of the sites within the Skokie Preserve, which is a reserve, which is our largest site in between Mariani and Java. We have had some signs up throughout the village. We had one at Skokie. We still do it for the Skokie Preserve. We have one at the Moffett Woods, which is the property that we own. We had one at the Prairie Preserve, which is off of Belforet in that subdivision. That one fell down, rotted away about a year, 2 years ago. Oh, good, I get to handheld mic. So through the course of the last couple years, we've been fortunate enough to have Michelle, who is getting us grants. We've had a lot of grants and a lot of work done in several of our preserves. We're working with the Audubon Society in the Prairie Preserve. We're working with IDNR in the Skokie, and Lake Forest Garden Club gave us a large grant for the Getz wetlands, and we're working with the Audubon there too to renovate or restore some of our preserves. In addition, we were fortunate enough to get a grant that would help us pay for all the preserves. Some of them are marked at this point and some of them aren't, and we wanted to come up with a standard sign that was simple, but it called out that these are preserves that Lake Bluff Open Lands manages, and we've never had that consistently throughout the village. So this was our first attempt. So in talking to we were originally talking, do we do one sign or do we do them all? So we brought all the 7 preserve signs, have that information. And the idea was talking to Mike, talking to Drew, keep it simple. There's no lights on the signs. They're all, I don't want to say rustic, but they're very natural looking. They're cedar, plain cedar wood, unfinished, and just with simple words and our logo. So we have put the information together, and we're hoping to have a conversation with you about moving forward and putting some of the signs up in Lake.
Okay, Sue, I'm gonna start with you.
Yay, it's an easy one. Wanted to say, first of all, it's so cool what you do, and I think you did a beautiful packet. And I think the signs look awesome. And I like the green as opposed to the white that it used to have. And I did have a question. It was just basically curiosity. This one, the Rockland Wetlands, has the sort of bar underneath there, the horizontal. And I was just wondering about that, just purely curious.
Good eye. It was just my suggestion of how maybe we could get that one mounted, so that's the split rail fence. Now, I'm not sure if that's something that's gonna happen, or we thought about doing that, something similar to that at the Getz, and talking with John Bueller the other day, we just decided to not use the fence and just put it on post, but that was why.
Oh,
That was
okay.
just an idea,
Okay.
trying to again,
I got
make
you.
it streamlined into what's currently there or not.
Okay, so that's the fence, not the sign, because I actually thought it was kind of a nice design. I was like, oh, I kind of
Thanks.
like that
Nope,
bar they put
split
under,
rail.
that looks good. Yeah, no, I think it looks great, and these are only one-sided signs, front-sided? Just one? Faces, okay. Yeah.
Just one of the streets, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you drive along Highway 76, right to the right of Joshua, you see the sign that we currently have. They're very similar. We spent a lot of time talking about this to get our board to be on board, because they did like their previous signs. They were very similar, cedar, hand-carved, and we felt that a darker color would be more visible.
I think I like the green better, and I also think it's cool the way you're having the high school make them. I think that's awesome.
Can I make one
Yeah.
addition to that? So the high school has some limitations with length of sign,
Oh, okay.
but they're committed to our short ones. And now I believe I have got a commitment from a local student, rising senior, who lives in Lake Bluff, who goes to LFA, who can do the rest.
Oh, wow, that's so great. It is. Yeah, it's awesome.
We're trying so hard to bring kids in it
Yeah.
whenever we.
That's great. I think it's great. That's all my
It's
comments.
a little bit more tentative. We've been for over a year on this, but we
Yeah.
think we're to the point.
Yeah, well, I think it's great.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Yeah?
Yeah, I say the same that she would about lovely presentation. Thank you for all your hard work for our community. I have just two quick questions. Our little symbol, right, your Opaline symbol, how is that going to be? Is that just painted on? Is that routed in?
That is actually, I just got these yesterday. How much did I drop? They'd be made out of metal.
Oh, okay,
And it turns out you can actually get them in the green.
okay.
And then they can put this, I'm looking right at that bird's wing. I mean, that
Yeah.
would be where we put one screw in. I mean, they can put them out in full source.
Sure, so it's a applied metal. Okay,
We felt like that was too detailed to try to route it and paint it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we thought a metal.
We did try. And so this is the current logo.
Uh-huh.
And some of us feel it's kind of busy, and it's really the cattails and the.
Yeah,
So after many hours and days of conversation, we're kind of back to the original logo, which
okay,
some of us love.
great.
It's simpler.
Yeah, and then the horizontal piece, how does that attach to the vertical post? Is that like a through bolt, or is it from behind?
I think right now they're from the front with like a big,
Yeah, a big hex nut or something on the back.
Leg screw.
Yeah, like a leg screw. Yeah,
is how I believe they're attached. The signs themselves are 2 inches thick,
yeah,
and that was something else our board was kind of adamant about, and making sure it's a true 2 inch as opposed to what we can get from. We found a supplier in West Bend.
Yeah.
With a solid 2 inch thickness.
right.
And
Yeah.
that's what the Skokie is currently, so we were gonna mimic how the Skokie is currently mounted. Let's put it that way.
So I'll just, be, kind of cognizant of where, like, the words are to where the posts are, so that you're not going through one of those pretty letters that they spend a lot of time on. Some of them look like there may be a little bit of but that'd be my only comment. I think it's just something
Ed?
maybe that Carolyn gets.
Oh, you done?
Yep, I'm done, thank you.
I would just echo the comments of two other board members, and I think it's a great package, and I have no issues, so looks great to me.
I also think it's a great package. I do have two questions. On the one for the Skokie River Prairie, you've also got below that the words land and water reserve, and I kind of think that they don't belong there. But it's up to you guys. If you want it there, have it there.
The name of our site is Skokie River Prairie. Land and Water Reserve is the designation from the IDNR. So we think it's important to have that on there because it is protected in the Preserve Commission. So that's really its formal name, is Skokie River Prairie Land and Water Reserve. A lot of words, but we're trying to give it the recognition we think it deserves.
I don't know that anybody other than yourselves in the whole community will understand that, but it's fine. If you guys want that, it's fine. And the only other thing I think of is with the green on the wood, it may not show up as much as the white does, but I think it's reserved, and I think it'll look just fine. So I'm in favor of what you're doing.
I think that's actually a good observation. When I look at our signs more now than I ever have, the white shows up better when they're wet, and the dark would show up better when they're dry. So I'm not sure there's a perfect color.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think it's going to be somewhat, once they weather away or, fade into that weathered cedar look.
Sure.
White gets kind of blended, disappears when it's dry, but they pop better when it's wet. But,
So we will be putting the paint on the signs, so if something happens, we can fix that if we need to.
Okay, well, I agree with what everybody said, and I tell you, looking at signs for the last 40-some years here is really a pleasure to see signs that are well thought out and done, and everybody says these are great signs. So we need to vote on this. Somebody make a motion?
I'll move that this proposal be approved as submitted.
Second?
I second.
Roll call.
Okay. Member Wicks,
Aye.
and Member Kerouac,
Aye.
Member Deegan,
Aye.
Member Dahlman,
Aye.
and Chair Hunter.
Aye,
Okay, motion passes.
great signs.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Okay, next is consideration of sign permit for Canouts. Yes.
We are here to upgrade signs our facility. You've seen the designs, it's going to be a black with white letters. Rather simple on a raceway. The raceway would be 4.5 inch by 7 inches tall.
And what's your name?
Charlie Sheehan,
Okay.
Ahern Sign Company.
That's what I thought. Yep, sure.
Neil, you want to go? This is just a single sign, right? Okay. You have to pick up the mic. It's really for the studio audience, or the TV audience, I should say.
Yeah, it's funny that he's not getting the lectern mic directly.
No, but like Just a normal batteries like a car would have.
Okay, so, Neil, what do you think?
Well, the existing building has two signs on it. If I understand it right, you're only putting one?
Maybe I'm Joe Stuno, I'm the general manager. So when you say the existing building,
Existing,
it didn't.
I'm looking at this picture and it's got two signs on it.
Yeah, those were those white signs.
Yeah.
Those were banners. Give the general public awareness of what the facility is.
So for what you're doing here, there's only gonna be one?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
It's
got
that
it.
single picture, the larger picture. off to the-
Yeah, yeah.
it's the direction of traffic.
That's the only question I had.
Oh, okay. Ed?
I don't have a problem with it. It looks fine by me.
Matt?
Yeah, I think it looks great. It fits the building, fits your, perfect.
Sue?
Me too, looks good.
Yeah.
I just have one
But this was
question.
easy.
Yeah.
And you said it was gonna be lit from the front.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work? What does that mean?
Interior to the letters, which would then be powered up by.
Okay, so the letters themselves will be what's lit, all right. I was thinking of something shining on it.
No.
Okay, all right. So I think it's a great sign, so we got two great signs in one night.
That's a good sign for our community. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's great. One other question, how do you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Ineos.
Is that it, sitting out there in front?
Pardon?
Are these them, sitting there in the front?
Yes,
Okay,
those are the Grenadiers.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Ineos is one of the largest, chemical companies in the world. That you've never heard of. It's a private company. But, they went into the car business. Obviously non-related business, but, they're very involved in all kinds of racing. So they're involved in Formula One racing. They're involved in, the Tour de France bicycle racing. They do America's Cup yacht racing. You'll
yeah, I've
see,
seen that on their boats.
Yep.
you will see Ineos in a lot of places. So, it's privately owned by the wealthiest man in the UK.
Wow.
And he had a desire to make this vehicle.
Huh.
And he put his own money and made it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting story.
Yeah, and it's a great vehicle. One of my contractors has it. I mean, it's built to like go on water, like the batteries are up, you can turn the systems off.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a
lot of the
cool.
parts come from tractor
Yeah, right.
manufacturers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, it's got a BMW engine. It's really quite a vehicle.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Did you get one, Matt?
No, I'm not that rugged.
Okay, let's
It's
put
for the
this
rugged
rolling.
man.
Any other comments? Did everybody, yeah, okay. Do another roll call.
Or someone needs to make a motion first.
Yeah.
Let's do that first.
I move to approve as submitted.
Second.
Now roll call.
Okay. Member Dahlman,
Aye.
Member Deegan,
Aye.
Member Kerouac,
Aye.
Member Wicks.
Aye.
And Chair Hunter.
Aye,
Okay, motion passes.
Great.
Very much.
Yep,
thank you.
they're great.
Oh, it's my kind of meeting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I,
Okay.
all right.
All those
Nice work, you
photos are
guys.
taken.
Yeah, well, I don't know, do you have anything?
I don't
Yeah.
have any.
They're very cool.
I have something.
Okay.
I have
Okay,
a quick question. So, what, is there a, policy or a stance or a informal something on what you can put, outside your retail store in town as far as like decorations go?
If they're temporary.
Yeah, that's a good question. No, not really. I haven't
Okay.
heard much.
I was just wondering, because the yoga place has, like a whole purple fake flower
Wisteria,
extravaganza going on over there.
Right.
And it is off the beaten path, I guess, and so, but every time I go to Hansa or pull around, I'm like, wow. And they're like artificial, sort of purple
Right.
flowers, I mean, is it kind of like, is it sort of the stance of if the fire department get in there, we're okay with it? Or is there no real policy, or, do you know what I'm asking?
I know exactly what you're asking.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, I haven't seen it, but as far as I can remember, there is anything that's in a public way, we're supposed to look at unless it's temporary.
Right.
If that was a temporary thing,
It doesn't
like
look
temporary signs, but
Yeah.
from what you're describing, it's an identity thing.
Yes.
So
But
if you
is
go
it
to-
in the way? Is it blocking the way? Is it?
No, because it's raised stairs, you know, it's the old Hansa entrance, so
Right.
it's up higher, but it is.
You mean, which, oh, you mean on the,
Yeah, where the
Yeah.
butcher used to be?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they've got the canopy and a couple columns, I think, that support the canopy that come up from the stairs.
Yeah.
And they've got this thing I didn't walk over and look at it very closely, but I've seen it from a distance. It's been there a while now.
Very
Yeah.
prominent, but it is, I mean, I think if it was on the main drag, it might be like watching to their business or something, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it should go, but I'm just wondering, is there like do they need, when people put stuff out like that, are they supposed to come ask us about it, or?
I mean, it's an
Did any-
interesting question, because we generally approve the appearance of businesses, yet.
We
you
had to
know,
approve the
people are-
awnings.
People are certainly doing things,
Yeah.
the flowers and stuff
Yeah.
like that out there
Right.
without coming here. So it's kind of there's a little bit of a gray
Gray
area to
area.
that, yeah.
Well, it's not, I mean, they're not natural flowers, they're definitely
Yeah, right, artificial. Yeah,
artificial,
I've seen
and there's
them.
definitely a lot of them.
Right.
I mean, it
yeah,
really is a statement.
Right.
So I don't know, I'm just wondering.
It'll look interesting in January when there's bright purple flowers out.
Right,
Yeah.
and is that, are we okay with that in our downtown, or what are we
You know,
thinking? Should it
yeah.
be more?
Why don't we all, I don't know if everybody's seen it. Have you guys seen it?
I wasn't
I
paying
haven't either,
attention.
so,
Yeah.
I'll go look at it. We should look at it and we can decide what to do
Yeah.
next time around. And maybe it's just a sort of a pro forma thing where we say, okay, we're gonna talk about this. We're
Yeah.
gonna say, you guys either gonna come in, you don't need to make a presentation because it's already there.
Right,
But, maybe we need to talk about how it got there. I mean,
Yeah.
Just like some of the signs that have shown up
Right,
once
just
in a
show-
while and.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, there used to be, over by, kind of next to Prairie, I think it was by the Floatstone. It was only there for like a day. And I don't know if the fire department came by and said, this isn't gonna work, because it was this whole like branches and all this kind of similar thing, but it was definitely like blocking the entrance, and so I don't know if somebody came by and said that you can't have that there, it's like a fire
I don't think anyone
hazard.
from the village said anything. I wonder if it was their
It was
landlord or
probably a
someone else.
temporary thing, or,
somebody. It was
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
there a day, because I was gonna show it to
Yeah,
Matt, and then.
interesting.
this is before your time, but Susie used to put stuff out when she had her shop there all the time.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I don't have enough room in my showroom, so I'm gonna
Right.
slide
the
it out
table
the door.
things,
Yeah,
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 Sidewalk sale every
Yeah.
day.
right.
yeah.
But it was there for such a short amount of time, and it was really like complicated and really blocking, so I don't know if someone said, you can't have that there, or I don't know, but it was gone, like,
Yeah.
it was only there for a day. So, anyway, so it's just, if anybody wants to
All
just
right.
look at it.
I'm gonna go look at it
Just a
after,
question.
if we get out of here before dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have a
one other
related
thing.
questions to sidewalks. Do you know what the schedule is on the improvements on the corner? by
That's what I was just gonna
Anavasi?
ask. When are they supposed to
The
put all that stuff
furniture
in
and the
out there?
landscaping and everything?
I don't know the exact schedule. I know they placed an order for the furniture and stuff, but I don't know their
But
schedule.
all the plannings have been, that all has been budgeted and approved by the
Yeah.
board, so.
That's
But I
exciting.
keep thinking it's
Gonna lose
June
the
and
planning
they should be in
area,
place
or-
by
I
now.
mean, they already have, plus the best season, so now it's gonna get hot.
Yeah.
So one other, just a thing, I talked to Jeff Hansen the other day, and the Glen Bridge is supposed to go in on the 11th of this month, 11th of June. And it's gonna be interesting to watch it happen, because they're gonna have a giant crane
Is it? Yeah.
on the Sylvan, they're gonna bring the bridge in two pieces, put it together on the ground, and then lift, I think, like 80-some feet long.
Wow.
And
Where
put
is
it in
gonna go?
place.
Where is this?
The Glen Avenue Bridge,
Over the Sylvan Ravine
over the,
out here.
Oh,
They
wow.
took the old bridge out and putting the new bridge in.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that'd be fun to watch.
so it'll be kind of fun to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be really fun.
Should be interesting.
Anyway, okay, now we got a motion to adjourn,
Motion to adjourn.
second.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
I think that's a good one.
That was so painless.
Yeah.
To recycle?